Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Jay Talks Philadelphia Eagles football 2020 season. This is going to be week 4. Before I talk about the game, I just got one thing to get off my chest and say, how do? How about them Cowboys? Anyway, let's talk about the Eagles. The week 4 matchup against the San Francisco 49ers, and the Eagles did come out with a victory 25-20 in San Francisco. Both teams were banged up, but the Eagles did manage to prevail and get the W. So I'm going to take some positives and some negatives, my pros and cons of the game. So let's look at the pros. Eagles did on defense. They forced a couple of turnovers. They got some sacks, which is a good thing. I mean, the key to the Eagles winning the game was that Carson Wentz did not only turn the ball over one time, but they did then keep under 30 attempts in passing, which is good. Like the fact they did get some running in today. They got lots of lots of carries and running, but in the end, it's a close game, but we did get the W. I saw the highlights. The one, not Nick Foles, but Carson Wentz should have taken the stat step trying to throw the ball to the 49ers player, and he did intercept it. But overall, the Eagles did win this game. But let me remind you that the Eagles did not have Alshon Jeffrey, did not have Deshaun Jackson, did not have Jalen Reagor, and did not have Dallas Goedert either. They had Zach Ertz and a bunch of spare players, backups basically to this team. Even J.J. Whiteside was out too. So, yeah, and they still beat a pretty good 49ers team with some backups. I mean, the negative is they couldn't stop George Kittle. He caught 15 receptions for 183 yards and 1 score. They couldn't contain him. But however, they did manage to contain the running of. They did let two touchdowns for the running of. Didn't get over 100. Did get over 100 yards, but they didn't have a single play. But they still need to run the ball with Miles Sanders more, stuff like that. Carson Wentz did get a rushing touchdown. They did let Jalen Hurts ran for a little bit as well, but they still need to give Miles Sanders more carries. Looking at the stats right now, 49ers have more yards than the Eagles. Total yards is 417 to 267. Total penalties for I think the whole game was 9, 6 on the 49ers, 3 for the Eagles, 42 yards penalty yards, 25 total. But time possession was pretty even, almost even. 49ers had more possession of the whole game than the Eagles. 30 minutes and 31 seconds. You had 29-29. Looking at the stats, Carson Wentz had 18 for 28 for 193 and a touchdown and a pick. That needs to stop. It wasn't 2 interceptions. It was down to 1. I'll just give him a little bad, but that needs to be better. That needs to be at 0 for next week, especially when I get to talk about that later on. Okay, Miles Sanders, he still needs to get more carries. In my opinion, he needs to get more carries. 13 carries is not good enough in my book. He needs at least 20 or 25. 13 carries, 46 yards. His longest was a 9. Carson Wentz had 7 carries for 37 yards and 1 touchdown. Jalen Hurts, 30 carries, 18 yards. Corey Clinton 2 carries, 3 yards. Boston Scott carried for 2 for 1, and Killings got 1 carry for 12, which was a bad reverse. The 49ers sniffed it out. Going on the 49ers side, it was Mullins, who had 18 for 26 for 200 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Eagles defense did its job with 2 picks, and it did get pressure to the quarterback as well. Their backup went for 14 for 19 for 138 with no score. McKinnon went from 14 carries, 54 yards. And their other backs went 1 carry, 38 yards. DeShane 1 carry, 10 yards. George Kittle 1 carry, 8 yards. And Wilson carried the ball 3 times for 6 yards. The receiving, however, is for Philadelphia 2 full game. I can't even pronounce it. I apologize. 2 catches, 57 yards, 1 touchdown. That took him, giving the Eagles the lead. Gray Ward had caught 4 passes for 38. Rodgers caught 3 for 35. Miles Sanders caught 2 for 30. Hightower caught 2 for 22. The big key was the 4th down conversion, I will say. That was a big catch. Zach Ertz caught 4 receptions for a total of 9 yards. What's going on there? And Killins got 1 catch for 2 yards. And George Kittle caught 15 for 83, like I said earlier. 183, 1 touchdown. McKinnon caught 7 for 7 catches, 43 yards. Samuel caught 3 for 35. Bourne caught 3 for 33. I can't pronounce his name. 2 for 18. I can't pronounce. I'm sorry. And I can't pronounce it. KJ Jersey. I can't pronounce. I'm sorry, but 1 catch for 30. And Wilson caught 1 for 13. I want to see. Okay. I don't have the stats for defense though. But the Eagles did do its job. They did get a touchdown early in the game, got 2 points. And the 49ers answered back. So let's go to the scoring summary here. Touchdown by Carson, 11 run yard by Carson Wentz. Extra 2-point conversion. It was good. Made it 8-0. 49ers answered back with a 38-yard run. Made it 8-7. And that was it in the first half scoring. 49ers answered back in the third quarter with a touchdown by George to George Kittle. Made it 14-8. Jake Elliott kicked a 30-yard field goal in the third quarter. Made it 14-11 in the third quarter. And Carson Wentz with a touchdown, 42-yard touchdown to the T. Fungam. I can't pronounce it. I do apologize. Then a interception by Eagles Alex Singleton, 30-yard return for a touchdown. Made it 25-14. And McKinnon with a late score, 1-yard touchdown run. So, Eagles, I'll put the positives. They did get 2 turnovers, forced 2 turnovers, and they got 2 sacks. My negatives of the game, they gave up 20 points. Miles Sanders didn't get a lot of carries, and Carson Wentz still turned the ball over. Now, I will go to talk about this week's preview, which is going to be the Battle of Pennsylvania in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia against the Steelers. Now, looking back on the past weeks between the Steelers and looking back on the Eagles should have beat Cincinnati. They didn't show you win the tie. They did manage to. This was a big win for them against a good San Francisco 49 team. It's also banged up. But however, then you look at the Steelers, they have won 3 straight games earlier in the year. But I would like to say this: they have been giving up points in these games have been close. Denver was a close game, and again, a close game against the Texans. Do I think the Steelers could lose this game against the Philadelphia? Yes, they could lose this game against the Philadelphia if the Eagles go in the right direction. Now, the way to do it is you need to keep Big Ben on the sidelines, keep that high-power offense on the sidelines, and plus you need to find a way to contain J.J. Watt. Not J.J. T.J. Watt. I'm getting those names confused. I'm sorry. T.J. Watt and Cameron Hayward. You need to contain them. If you could contain them and manage to maybe get 100 yards rushing, I'll say that. Give the ball to Miles Sanders more. You might have a chance, but you need to outscore Pittsburgh in this one. Steelers, they just need to keep doing their thing. They just need to run the ball more. That's all I see about it. I will predict if the Eagles do what they need to do, Carson Wentz do not turn the ball over, give the ball to Miles Sanders, and force the Steelers to pass, and they need to do. It's going to be a long day against the Steelers offense, but if they can slow them down, keep them competitive, they could win this game. So Steelers been giving up over 20-some points, so is the Eagles, and the Eagles managed to score 20-some, but this could be a shootout. It could be a low scoring. Could be high scoring. If in my opinion, if the Eagles need to do what I say, they could beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh. I'm going to predict the score. If they do like that, I'm going to predict the score a close one. 24-21. 3-point game. It'll come down to the wire. But if the Eagles cannot contain the Steelers' offense or their defense, I expect this one could be a blowout. It's not gonna be a pretty. It's gonna be a blowout. If they can't get pressure on Big Ben, excuse me. Been a long day for me. Long night. Excuse me. Anyway, and if they can't contain T.J. Watt or Cameron Hayward, it's gonna be a long day. So if the Steelers have their way, I expect the Steelers could be a blowout. I would say at least 31-17 or 17, maybe we'll say 17, or 38-17 type of game, because if you cannot stop the high power of Steelers offense or get points of their defense, it's going to be a long day. But we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, Denver came close. They had a little comeback against the Steelers. And I mean, Texans had a first half lead, but Steelers can lose. Steelers can, I'm not going to say they're going to, this could be a blowout, but this could be a close game. But with the Eagles being banged up and their secondary not that great and their linebacking core not that great, I mean, it could be a blowout. But you never know. I mean, there are some people who say this game was supposed to be a blowout, but turned out to be a very competitive game. So you never know. I'm just saying, anything's possible. Well, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please leave a like, comment, and also please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I thank all my subscribers for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, and viewing. Without you, I won't be doing this. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that battle of Pennsylvania. One time, it would be nice to say, one time, it almost happened twice now, but it came short. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. That's one game I want to see. Battle of Pennsylvania for the Super Bowl. It almost happened a couple of years ago. It almost happened twice. Back in 2004 and back in, I believe, when it was Super Bowl, what was it? 40 or 43? Yeah, 43 I think it was. Yeah, it was between the Steelers and Carter. But it could happen. But you never know. It might happen this year. We'll wait and see. But overall, that's all I got to say about that. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay humble. And be a blessing. And how about them Cowboys?